Have you ever looked back at your life and wondered how you ended up where you are today? Not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, reflective way. Because the truth is, most lives do not change overnight. They change slowly. So slowly that we don't even notice it while it's happening. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And before we realize it, we are living a life that was built by the small choices we repeated every day. But here is something powerful to understand. If small daily choices can slowly shape your life in the wrong direction, then small daily choices can also guide your life in the right direction. And sometimes, all it takes is 30 minutes a day. Just 30 minutes. Most people believe that life changes through big moments, a big opportunity, a big decision, a big breakthrough. But the truth is much simpler than that. Life rarely changes in big moments. Life changes through small, daily investments in yourself. Think about your typical day. You wake up. You check your phone, you go through your responsibilities, you finish your work, and by the time evening arrives, you feel tired. The day is gone, and tomorrow the same cycle begins again. This is how many people live for years, busy but not really growing. But imagine something different. Imagine that starting today, you dedicate just 30 minutes every day to improving your life. Not 5 hours, not an entire afternoon, just 30 focused minutes. In those 30 minutes, you could read something meaningful. You could learn a new skill. You could strengthen your mindset. You could improve your communication or your knowledge. 30 minutes may sound small, but small actions repeated consistently become powerful over time, because real growth is not created through occasional effort. Real growth is created through daily commitment. 30 minutes today, 30 minutes tomorrow, 30 minutes the next day. At first, the change may feel invisible. The first week may not feel different. The first month may not feel dramatic. But something important is happening beneath the surface. Your thinking becomes stronger. Your focus becomes clearer. Your discipline begins to grow. And slowly, almost quietly, your identity begins to change. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is simply passing through life. Instead, you become someone who is actively building a better future. And that shift alone can change everything. Because the moment you start investing even 30 minutes a day into your growth, you send a powerful message to yourself. My future is worth my time. And when that message becomes part of your daily routine, your life begins to move in a new direction. If 30 minutes a day can change your life, then there is something very important you must understand. Those 30 minutes must be protected. Because the truth is, the world will constantly try to steal them. Your phone will try to steal them. Notifications will try to steal them. Social media will try to steal them. Even your own excuses will try to steal them. And if you are not careful, the 30 minutes that could transform your future will disappear before you even realize it. Think about how people treat things that are valuable. If someone has money, they protect it. If someone has an expensive phone, they protect it. If someone has important documents, they keep them safe. But strangely, most people do not protect the most valuable thing they have, their focused time. Every day, their attention gets pulled in dozens of directions. A message arrives, they check it. A notification appears, they open it. A short video pops up, they watch it. 5 minutes turn into 10, 10 minutes turn into 30, and before they know it, the time that could have built their future has already been spent on something meaningless. This is how many dreams quietly disappear, not because people lack talent, not because they lack intelligence, but because their time is constantly broken into small distractions. If you truly want your life to change, you must treat your 30 minutes differently. You cannot approach them casually. You cannot say, I'll do it later. You cannot say, I'll start tomorrow. Those are the small sentences that slowly destroy discipline. Instead, those 30 minutes must become something non-negotiable, a moment in your day that belongs completely to you, a moment where the world does not interrupt your focus, a moment where you are building the person you want to become. Maybe it happens early in the morning, before the day becomes busy. Maybe it happens in the evening, when everything becomes quiet. The exact time is not the most important thing. What matters is that when those 30 minutes begin, you respect them. You turn away distractions. You put the phone aside. You sit down with a clear purpose. Because during those 30 minutes, you are not just passing time, you are shaping your future. And something powerful begins to happen when you repeat this every day. Your mind becomes stronger. Your focus becomes deeper. Your discipline grows. You begin to feel something many people rarely feel anymore: control over your own life. Because when you can protect even 30 minutes of focused time every day, you are proving something important to yourself. You are proving that you are capable of directing your own life. And that quiet confidence is the foundation of real change. One protected half hour may seem small, but repeated every day, it becomes one of the most powerful investments you can make in yourself. There is another mistake that stops many people from changing their lives. It is not laziness. It is lack of direction. Many people are actually very busy. They wake up early, they work hard, they try different things. But after months or even years, they still feel stuck. Why? Because movement is not the same as progress. You can be busy every day and still be moving in circles. That is why your 30 minutes should never begin with random action. They must begin with direction. Before you sit down for your focused time, ask yourself one simple question: what am I trying to become? Because your daily actions slowly shape your identity. If you spend your time only reacting to the world, your life will also become a reaction. But when you start acting with intention, your life begins to move towards something meaningful. Imagine two people who both dedicate 30 minutes every day to self-improvement. This is one of the biggest secrets of personal growth. Clarity creates progress. When you know what matters most, you stop wasting energy on things that do not move your life forward. You stop chasing every new trend. You stop jumping from one idea to another. Instead, your efforts become simple and consistent, and consistency is where real transformation lives. You do not need 10 different goals. You do not need a complicated life plan. You simply need to choose a direction that matters to you. Then allow your daily 30 minutes to support that direction. For example, if your direction is learning a new skill, your 30 minutes should be spent practicing that skill. If your direction is becoming mentally stronger, your 30 minutes should be spent reading, reflecting, and learning. If your direction is improving your health, your 30 minutes should be spent moving your body and caring for it. The key idea is simple. Do not ask yourself, what do I feel like doing today? Instead, ask, what kind of life am I building? Because feelings change every day, but direction gives your life stability, even on difficult days, even when motivation feels low. When your direction is clear, your 30 minutes always have purpose. And when purpose meets consistency, your life begins to change in ways you never expected. There is something fascinating about the way progress works in life. At the beginning, it is almost invisible. When you first start investing 30 minutes a day in yourself, it may not feel like much is changing. The first few days may feel ordinary. The first few weeks may feel slow. You might even wonder if those small efforts really matter. But this is where many people misunderstand how growth works. Real transformation rarely appears overnight. it grows quietly. Think about planting a seed in the ground. For many days, nothing seems to happen. You water the soil, you care for it, but from the outside, it still looks the same. And then one day, a small green sprout finally appears. What people often forget is that the growth did not start on the day the sprout appeared. It started much earlier, beneath the surface. Your daily 30 minutes work the same way. Each day you read something meaningful, each day you practice a skill, each day you reflect on your goals, you are planting small seeds inside your life. At first, the change is happening internally. Your thinking becomes more disciplined, your focus becomes stronger, your understanding becomes deeper. Then something interesting begins to happen. Your confidence grows, your habits become stronger, your decisions become clearer, and suddenly the life you are building begins to look very different from the life you had before. This is called the compounding effect. Small efforts repeated over time create results that are far bigger than the effort itself. 30 minutes may not feel powerful in a single day, but imagine 30 minutes every day for 1 year. That is more than 180 hours invested in your growth. Now imagine doing that for 3 years or 5 years. Those small daily investments begin shaping an entirely new version of you. And the most beautiful part is this: you do not need to rush the process. Real change does not require perfection, it only requires consistency. Some days your 30 minutes will feel productive, other days they may feel slower, but every day you show up, you are strengthening the habit of growth, and habits, once formed, become powerful allies. Eventually, your daily improvement no longer feels like effort. It becomes part of who you are, a person who learns, a person who grows, a person who keeps moving forward. And when that identity becomes part of you, the results begin to appear naturally. What once felt like small effort becomes a completely different life, all because you decided to invest just 30 minutes.
At the end of the day, the idea is actually very simple. Your life is not shaped by what you do once in a while. Your life is shaped by what you do every single day. Most people wait for the perfect moment to change. They wait for more time, they wait for motivation, they wait for the right opportunity. But the truth is, the right moment rarely arrives on its own. It is created through small decisions repeated daily. And one of the most powerful decisions you can make is this: to give 30 minutes every day to becoming a better version of yourself. 30 minutes to learn, 30 minutes to grow, 30 minutes to strengthen your mind, 30 minutes to build a future you can be proud of. It may not look dramatic at first. No one around you may notice. Your life may appear the same from the outside, but inside, something powerful will begin to change. Your mindset will become stronger. Your discipline will become deeper. Your confidence will grow. And slowly, the direction of your life will begin to shift. One day, months or years from now, you may look back and realize something surprising. Your life didn't change because of one big moment. It changed because of the small time you protected every single day. 30 minutes, that was all it took. Because when a person chooses growth daily, even in small ways, they begin building a future that once seemed impossible. So, starting today, ask yourself a simple question. What could my life look like if I truly protected 30 minutes every day? Because the life you want may not be as far away as you think. It might simply be waiting inside the next 30 minutes you choose to use wisely. And if this message felt meaningful to you, you can share your thoughts in the comments. Sometimes the smallest ideas can lead to the biggest changes.